Welcome to Byte This, Episode 3, Revenge of the G-Wow. It is a time of innocence where four mighty podcasters must overcome the confusion of new equipment and a temptation of Walmart cheese sticks. These mighty podcasters are your host, ADHD Mike, and joining me, G-Wow.
Wow.
Jim, the Fishing Buddha.
Hey, everyone.
And via Skype down in Maryland, it's the Carpenter, Stevie Christ.
What's up?
We don't know.
Make sure you click on the right, chat to the presenters, and talk to us.
Because we are still currently exclusive to Shining Stars Radio at shiningstarsradio.com. Please join us and chat. It's great fun. We have fun in there all the time.
Oh, yeah, loads of fun.
You wouldn't even believe what we say.
It's crazy, but it's fun. You guys should, everybody should come in and chat. Click the button there. It's so easy. Click the button.
It's right under to listen live.
Yeah. Click the button. Chat to the
give it a
presenters.
Just touch it.
Just touch it.
Touch it.
Touch it, poke it, rub it.
Oh, man.
Poke the button!
So,
Just
yeah.
get in there.
We have new equipment this week that we're hoping actually sounds good this time. We're not sure. We're still messing around with it, but
We'll get there. It's
a work in
I think it
progress.
sounds all right.
hopefully,
Yeah.
like this time, people can actually hear us talking compared to last week where nobody could hear us speaking a word.
And I missed that show, and apparently I had a major echo.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you have no echo.
No more echo.
You are now one with us.
I'm pretty sure they can hear our awesome presenting papers.
Yes.
So what's going on this week, guys? What you been doing? What you been doing? What you been doing? What you been doing?
I played Karaoke Revolution
did?
for American Idol. Yeah, I did.
Really? What did you sing?
I can't remember all the songs I sung.
Well, why
actually.
don't you give us and the listeners a...
Oh, hell no.
Oh, come on. Just sing a little.
No, I cannot sing. I sound like a cat being run over. There's like Aurora, like... She's like, you sing so pretty. I'm like, what the hell? And I cheat half the time. I just hum. I'm like...
Gwen, you're being bad. Stop moving that microphone.
Don't touch the
It's
mic.
natural. I don't want to touch
You just
it.
sit back. Be a good girl.
What? Don't know. I was going to do it.
For you.
What else you guys? What have you been up to? Jim or Steve?
I've been
Playing
fishing.
Call of Duty. Just found out my favorite bar is closing down.
Aw, that's very sad. It makes me cry.
Yes, it is.
And that was the Steelers bar
What you
Yes,
do?
it was.
Bar
In the
in
heart of
Maryland.
Maryland.
in the heart
That's
of Maryland.
nice.
Ravens country. Welcome to the economy of America.
Yes.
So maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe they get a new owner, and it'll be able to work a deal out with the new owner of the building. But so far, they said it's not looking too promising.
As
all
is the
hope.
way.
That's all we got is hope.
I heard death.
Yes. I heard that.
It's all running in Steve's background, just so everybody knows.
Yeah,
That would be my niece playing Call of Duty.
I really don't know what
That's
I've been
pretty
up
cool
to.
news.
I think I was dragged to a birthday party for no reason, even though I was sick and dead.
It was the most epic birthday party ever, just saying.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I
We're
was
just focusing on
there.
blue hair girl.
Steve was there via Skype.
Yeah, we just like carry a computer wherever we go with Steve.
Yeah, we just carry Steve along with us.
You're like, this is our Steve.
Yeah, I don't know. Besides being dragged to the birthday party,
Awesome. Blue
and
hair girl.
my
That everybody
brother-in-law,
wants bang.
my awesome brother-in-law Rich helped me put Jax up into that disgusting basement to take pressure off the walls that are barely there as it is.
Hey, Rich helped me blow up balloons.
Yeah,
Rich is a good guy. Everybody like if like one of.
let's give a shout out to Rich.
Yes.
Go, Rich, go.
Yes,
Go, Rich,
go.
Kill Michelle. Oops.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weak. That's cool. So, this week, what have everybody, what you been playing? What you been playing?
Still been draw something. Everybody's been playing draw something. You know how I know this? Because y'all playing with me.
We always play with you.
Jim plays with you in more ways than one.
You're like the community play toy.
Yeah, she just kind of gets around.
Swings and roundabouts.
I like it when people give me things.
Jim, you been playing anything?
Yeah, I've been playing. I tried out that Lords of the Ring online.
And you were an elf, which is what I was supposed to be.
Well, of course I'm gonna pick an elf. I like hunting. I always pick the hunter.
No, it's not. No.
I was a hunter in Rift. I was a hunter in WoW.
You can be something different. You can't be the elf because I'm always the elf. You were supposed to be some short, but little hairy footman.
Who got the game first?
Jim, I just think she called you short and hairy.
I think so.
That's sad.
You could have been old and had magical powers. You could have been anything.
And again, who got the game first?
You could have been a king.
This
with a
guy.
sword. Oh, I was like, oh, help me, Jim. And you're like, I'm busy playing Lord of the Rings.
So how was it anyway? How was Lord of the Rings online? MMO stuff, garbage, crap, whatever.
Well, that one, I mean, it's not bad. If you like that, MMO RPGs, I mean, I usually do. Okay, I do like them. I did like playing Rift. I did like playing WoW, but
awesome.
This game, I mean, it's just like any other one. I didn't feel like I was playing like Lord of the Rings. I wasn't feeling like I was.
You felt like you were playing every other MMO ever made.
Yeah, just like another MMO. I say if you like them, it's not bad. You get 100 free hours to play, which is a long time. I mean, you can do a lot in 100 hours. Mm-hmm. But I just didn't feel like Lord of the Rings.
Is Sam and Frodo in it? Does
No,
Sam give Frodo that very suspicious look?
Oh, maybe later.
There is a lot of off-screen time.
All right.
Yes. Now there are some characters, I guess, that are from the movie in the game. I ran into one, but that's about it so far.
And I went through one night and decided I was going to play Journey this time, and I was going to finish Journey, and I finished Journey, and oh my god, that is such a good game.
That's what I heard.
I mean, let me tell you, I'm not going to give anything away. There is some awesome scenes in that game that make you just your like jaw just drops at how like beautiful they made the graphics in certain scenes, and you're not like fighting enemies or anything. You're just going through it. But here's what happened in my game, and it was just like, this is how emotional it gets. The way their multiplayer works is people come into your game via the game itself. It finds people automatically. You don't get to pick someone. They don't pick you or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was going along in the first 15 minutes or whatever, and then suddenly there was some guy in my game, and he was like doing all this stuff or whatever. He was helping me get through the levels, and I was, and I'm more of a single player guy, so I was like, I don't want this crap. Get out of my game. But here's the thing: is there's no voice chatting.
Right.
People can't talk to you. Oh, you can push a button, and it's like beep beep beep. Kind of gives a little signal to him. Mm-hmm. So, but after like 15 more minutes, we were bonding. We had a true bond. And sometimes I thought I lost him, and I literally got sad that my buddy was gone. But he came back, and we finished the game together after 2 hours. It was so epic. It was like the last part we were sitting there. I was like, oh, buddy.
Sounds like a tale of true love.
It was true love. It was true online love. And I wish I would have wrote down his nickname at the end. It tells you who you played with, because I thought maybe I had different people throughout. Mm-hmm. It was just me and my buddy, and I will never forget this moment forever.
Probably some 80-year-old man.
I don't care.
We
had fun. We had an epic journey. We were, talking to each other like beep 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 beep. It was. I can't tell you. I cannot recommend this game enough. It's the journey.
That's what I heard.
It's amazing. It literally is.
Pretty much what you said is what I've been hearing, and even the one online review I was looking at when he was playing had a buddy. Somebody popped in and started playing the game with him, and they actually went through the rest of the game and finished the game together, just like what you're saying.
That's what happened, and when it was over, and I was like, oh man, we just got through this, and you're no longer with me. What do I do?
Did you shed a tear that night, Mike?
I got so bad, depressed, I was vomiting in the toilet, couldn't sleep that night. All right. Okay, that's enough. Let's get on to the news. The news! Apparently there's rumors of a next PlayStation, codename Orbis, for a 2013 release. Apparently it's not compatible with current PS3 discs, and new games will be tied and locked to its system. Go, go, go!
Yes, and I also heard
stupid.
that
I don't like that.
they're going to have it in 3D. It's going to be a 1080p instead of 720.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
I like 3D, but I'm thinking like that it's not as good on games for some reason.
No.
I never really bother with
I never
it.
played 3D games. But the whole, with the, not compatible with the PS3 games, and I also heard it's going to be a lockout on any used game you get.
Yeah, that
I
used
don't
games
like
is
that.
so bad.
That's the big downfall, because I mean the way economy is, some people, that might be the only way they can really catch games is if they get them discounted by being used.
Exactly.
So if you completely wipe that out, you're going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah, I already know, like one of my buddies' stuff, he'll go to GameStop or whatever and look for some of them used games before he tries to get the real, paying the $60-some for it.
And they've been trying to do this for a while. They're trying to stop or prevent used game sales, even in this generation, because they're like, we don't make enough money off of that. But the problem is that people do need that space of used games so they can buy the games, like you said, for cheaper, because they can't afford $60 for each new game that comes out. And now, like, with a lot of games having online passes, if you buy a used game, you got to pay like $10 or whatever to get that pass if you want to play it online, if it's used.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing with this, so-called Orbis, that there may be a way to play them, but you're going to have to pay for it.
Not cool, Sony, not cool. You're going to ruin the industry, just like you ruined my heart.
Especially with the economy. That's the major thing there.
Yep. Speaking of Orbis, new Xbox rumors again floating around. We don't know anything about these things because last week it was an Xbox Lite. This week it's back to Xbox Next. Apparently we'll use Always On Internet for a 2013 release, built-in Connect, and will prevent used games as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I heard they're going to probably bump up it to Blu-ray disc, too.
Well, they have no choice unless they go a different route, like SD cards or something, or you have to use a Blu-ray disc because it's the largest format for discs right now.
Yeah. That's the thing. I always expect more out of Microsoft because they seem to actually care more about their customers. Like, I'm not surprised whenever Sony does something to screw everybody over, but when Microsoft does it, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
A lot of people will tell you Microsoft is full of it too, so.
Yeah, they have problems with them at times too, especially with the consoles.
But here's the problem here. Always on internet, like you have to pretty much be online all the time to play these games or whatever. They can't do that. And I think this is a big rumor.
I mean, it is a rumor right now.
Because I still know a lot of people that don't have internet all the time. I mean, even me. I mean, like when it comes to bills, cable's the first thing go, internet's the second.
Right.
So, I mean, money gets tight, internet goes. And then what? I mean, now I'm not going to be allowed to play my game system because I don't have internet?
Yeah, and that's why I don't think that rumor is true at all. I mean, they can't do always on internet. The world isn't all connected yet. We're not there. But all these stories deserve a definite. But speaking of Microsoft and Xbox 360 apps now available finally, Comcast Xfinity and HBO Go.
Yeah, which they were announced I think at E3 last year yet.
They were announced when the new dashboard. I think when they were announcing the new dashboard, their fall update.
Yeah, but I think they brought them up with the E3 too, and I forgot about them honestly.
Well, they were releasing certain apps like when it launched. They eventually got YouTube and everything.
Yeah,
finally.
But I know Buddy of mine is waiting for some of the sports and stuff, because he's into that.
But here's the problem with HBO Go. Is if you're on Time Warner on Comcast, you are not going to be able to use HBO Go on your Xbox 360.
So it's an HBO no-go.
It's a no-go.
It's a no-go.
Because for some reason Comcast and Time Warner love to screw over their customers, and you can get HBO Go if you have HBO with them, but you can only, like me, I have HBO Go app on my TV, on my Samsung TV. It took a year to get it. I can't use it. Comcast. Now it comes to the 360. I can't use it. Comcast. Screw you. So I say to that,
Concur.
Bunch of garbage. But good news for Europe. Op Capita picks up Game, the big retail chain that's been having a lot of trouble lately and plans to keep at least 333 of the stores open.
Yeah, I heard that because the 333 stores are going to be open, it's going to safeguard, for at least now, 3,200 jobs.
And we talked, yeah, and that's very good.
Yeah.
And we talked about this last week when we all had this little discussion of would you prefer to go into the actual store? And we all agree that we would actually prefer to go into the store to shop.
Oh, yeah, I always still stop.
Here's one thing I wonder about that, though. Like you said, they were doing the gift cards were being like suspended or whatever.
Yeah.
Are they picking those up too? So would they actually be able to use those?
That's a very good question. Very good question, Steve. And I read something about that, and I didn't write it down, but I think the rumors were that they were going to activate it, but then I think it was updated as they were still unsure about that. That could make a lot of people mad, but I can't see how they could not reactivate those cards, because if you're going to keep the chain open and people have them, you better treat those customers right, or they're not going to come to your store.
Yeah.
So good for Game. Yay. Yay for Game.
Go Game.
But we have bad news again, because there's always bad news.
You can never have good without the bad.
Nope. Sega canceling games and cutting jobs in the U.S. and Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that their income is down like 47%.
And it's because they just haven't made many good games lately. But this kind of makes me sad, because even though I was a Nintendo fanboy back in the day when it was Nintendo versus Sega, I mean, I still want to see these companies survive because, well, they're classics.
Exactly. Every time I think of Sega, I think of Sonic, and I'm like, I love them.
Well, lucky for you then. What they're trying to do is create smaller companies, and then they're going to focus on the games that sell in the U.S., and one of them is actually Sonic.
Woo! I love Sonic.
They're going to try to keep in place Sonic, Aliens, Football Manage, and Total War. They're going to try to keep out because Americans buy them.
That American being me.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Steve? Do you like Sonic?
And Tails.
I'll say I like them. Yeah, they're still not like my top of the line, but
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Sonics recently, but back in the day, for the Sega
back
Genesis.
in the day, yeah, that was.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That
we
was
remember
it.
as a kid, Kirby and Sonic, and even the Turtles and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The problem with that is Sonic games have gotten pretty bad throughout the years, except for the recent one, I think, Sonic Generations, where it actually meant like old Sonic with new Sonic in the game itself.
Right.
That was kind of a cool idea, and that did pretty well. But that makes me so sad, though. It's like, I hope they don't keep going under, because, Steve, as you'll remember, Dreamcast was awesome. We had so many good times with that.
Oh, that's what always, when you talk about Sega, that's what comes to my head.
Yep.
Dreamcast. I mean, I still have mine. I might be getting another one.
Yeah, you will. And that's what makes me sad. Like, I don't think of Genesis. I don't think of Sega CD, which I do own. I don't think of Saturn. I think of Dreamcast, because that was an amazing system that just unfairly didn't go far.
Actually, I think it was only maybe a month or two ago that I hooked it up to sit there and play Soul Reaver.
Oh, man. It's crazy good. Crazy good. But speaking of more closes, we have Sony closing Zipper Interactive, and they're known for some games such as SOCOM, which is very popular for multiplayer, MAG, and the recent Unit 13 for the Vita.
Yeah, I heard, I think it was last week, and looking up some stuff, they're thinking about closing that.
Not that I'm a fan of them. I really don't play SOCOM, and I really didn't like that Unit 13 demo too much.
So I haven't played any recently. I haven't played them games. I did a while ago, but I haven't picked them
still,
up.
to all the stuff that's closing, we say boo.
I tried the Unit 13 demo, and then I freaked out because it like froze my Vita.
No.
So I haven't tried it again since.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
But hey, speaking of Vita, good news. Vita gets Mortal Kombat on May 1st.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this.
You
No.
lucky son of a bitch.
I am so not excited because I don't
I'm
have a
coming
Vita.
up there for visit. You guys can talk to me. Mike will sit there and play
Yeah,
Mortal
me and
Kombat.
Steve will sit here and be like fighting each other and doing fatalities. Oh, speaking of that, actually, Steve, it's going to have touchscreen fatalities.
Oh, really?
So I don't know how that
Nice.
works exactly, but hopefully I don't have to push like 900 buttons to get it. I think you just probably,
That's always been my downfall. It's like, how do I do it?
I know. I'm too stupid to like realize it and learn it, so I'd rather just push like one button. Plus, it'll have all the downloadable content from the consoles. If that's true, then you'll probably get Freddy Krueger because he was a downloadable character.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
But I will say this: like that game came out a year ago, and it didn't. I mean, it got good attention. It just a lot of people didn't play it, but it is actually very good and has an awesome story mode on it for being a fighting game.
That's okay, guys. You guys come up here, you start playing with the Vita, start playing Mortal Kombat. I'll show you what Mortal Kombat is in reality.
With what?
With you guys.
He's got the swords for it too.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Who are you talking
I'll play
to?
my own.
Wait,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat.
Who are you talking to?
Both
Yeah.
you guys. You got
Who's
the
the
Vita.
person whose house you don't want to be in when there's earthquakes? You get stabbed in the head with something.
I don't know.
Steve, I need to come down to your house.
Wait, Steve.
you do.
If Jim wants to do reality, we'll just let him play Reality Fighters on the Vita.
Wow, I don't have Vita.
We'll give it to you for 5 seconds.
Oh, well, you guys are so thoughtful. I appreciate
Here.
it.
It's like, look at what you could have.
You'll get a total of 10 seconds because 5 seconds on mine, 5 seconds on Mike's.
Oh, they're
Awesome.
sharing.
Awesome. I like when you guys share. Sharing is caring.
And something for Jim and Steve, and I remember liking this too. Worms Revolutions coming to PC and consoles with a new engine built from the ground up.
Yay!
Yeah, I still have to pull out worms every now and then and play with them.
I pull out worms from the ground. And
I like playing with my
my
worms
pants.
too.
Sometimes when worms are dirty.
Any system I get,
I've
I always
never
have to
played with them.
download it.
Somehow I don't think. Somehow
Oh,
I
she
think
never
Gwen's
played with
lying. She
worms.
never played with worms. She looks
I'm
like
sure
the kind
you
of girl
touch
that.
one once in a
I'm
while.
sure she's touched a wiggle worm.
When I will play worms with you sometime.
She's probably eaten a worm or two
I
in her
played
life.
worms with Steve. It's fun.
But what are you guys' thoughts on like worms coming out? Like really, what are your thoughts? on
Well, I
new
mean,
worms?
what they're talking about is that they're kind of redoing and building it all over again, and they're gonna have new weapons and everything in it. So, you know, hey, a little excited about it.
Somebody's gonna have to let me play with their worm.
Steve said he would.
I'll share.
See, Steve's sharing.
Oh, so thoughtful.
You can play with Stevie's worm.
I'll make sure I work it hard.
Do it too.
And we'll just move on to our last story here, because we are running out of time, like usual, because we just can't stop talking. Journey has become the fastest-selling PSN game, or SOE, whatever it's called now.
I am not surprised.
From the hype that game gets, and for me playing it and having my wonderful journey with my wonderful buddy, who I'll miss. Sorry, guys.
If he's out there anywhere.
Take a moment of silence.
You guys go ahead. I can't continue right now. But no, the game really deserves it, even though a couple of the people recently just quit that game company to move on to other things, but that deserves it. Good for them. And we will move on to new releases.
And make sure you click on the rate and chat to the presenters to talk to us.
And while you're on the website, you can check out Darkwind's Letters from America to see what's really going on in America through the eyes of a real American hero. He's my hero, guys. He's mine.
I can be your hero, baby.
All right, and now for new releases. We have Connect Star Wars Xbox
I
for...
can't stand up right now.
I just messed it up. I'm serious.
Go ahead. Wait, it's okay, Gwen. I'm going to edit it out later. No, I'm not.
We're really not.
Great.
We're leaving that in there.
Connect Star Wars for the Xbox 360 Connect.
Wow. Oh,
You said
way
a
to
bad,
go.
naughty word.
Way to go. Now we got to put you got to put money in the beep jar.
The beep jar.
It's the beep jar.
Let's make a beep jar, seriously.
We are, and you're going to be the first one putting money in the beep jar.
Damn it, Gwen.
Mike, you gotta go to the beep jar.
Looks like we're going to get newer equipment sooner.
Looks like we're going to have to sell this off soon, actually. We're fired.
Yeah, we're done.
So anyways, go ahead, talk about
yeah, the
it.
Connect was, it was first showed off at E3 last year. They talked about
Circus Soleil or
for the
whatever it was.
Yeah, for the Connect, and people got excited a little bit. Didn't see much. It just looked like a move forward type game. They said that it's time. Even now, I mean, there was a little bit lag to it, because you said you're working with the Connect. But
Yeah.
I think they've worked that out.
I think it turned into more of like a bunch of mini games with a story. Not totally sure though. I don't have a Kinect anymore.
Well, I said I may try it when it does come out because I've seen some newer videos of it and it does look good. It said you use your left hand, for the force to shove to pick up, and your right hand will be your lightsaber. To move ahead, just kind of move forward and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's designed to work for it to connect.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be interesting, definitely fun. I mean, a lot of Star Wars fans out there. I'm sure a lot of people want to buy it to try it out.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know. I like the idea of having something in my hand to be the lightsaber.
I'm
sure you would.
She
And
just likes something in her hand.
she likes things in her hand. And by the way, if you guys hear them like kind of messing up a bit, it's because I'm making weird gestures
Yeah,
over
Mike's
here.
sitting over here doing a little miming.
Next,
Xenoblade Chronicles for the Nintendo Wii.
Xenoblade Chronicles. Yes.
Xenoblade.
Now this is a GameStop exclusive.
Yes, they're talking about it's the most important Japanese RPG this year.
Yep.
Is what they're saying. The system in it is supposed to combine parts of an RPG world. Action takes place in real time. Enemies will be visible in the field, so it's not like you have to be walking all of a sudden like you're fighting a bunch of enemies. I mean, you will see them, which I do like that feature in them.
Yeah.
Okay, I hate walking two
I
steps and bam.
I
And you walk one step and bam.
I like the traditional RPGs, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm not the big one on
Here's the thing with this
RPGs.
game, though. This game has a little history to it. It only came out in Japan at first, and then they weren't going to bring it to America, and then it hit up in Europe, and they had it for a couple months now, and eventually we're just okay, we're going to bring it to America, but it's only going to be GameStop must have got the exclusive rights to it because it's only through them, and that was very smart of them because this game's going to sell some numbers for sure. For being one of the most important and one of the best RPGs of the past decade.
RPG.
And I'm pre-ordering this one because I think that this could be like a collector's thing later on. Next.
Anomaly Warzone Earth for Xbox Arcade.
Yeah, this one's when I've seen a little bit of video, it kind of reminds you of an upgraded cannon defense. Vince might instead of you setting up towers trying to destroy the enemies, you're trying to go through.
That's Mr. Vince to you.
Yes, Mr. Vince.
Oh, Mr. Daryl Vince.
No, just Mr. Vince. We don't use first names. Yeah, instead of setting up the towers, you're the actually convoy stuff is going to go through a bunch of towers. I guess you have a lot of power-up stuff. You got to destroy the towers. You will have normal things like in normal games where you have to do the axe scoring, the protecting, the stopping enemies from destroying specific goals. Seems alright, but it's only an arcade, but if you kind of like the whole cannon defense kind of theme, you might like this one too.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. Next.
Pro Angler Moves for the PS3.
Fishing?
That one is pretty much it's just fishing. It's coming out for PS3. It's supposed to be a challenging, exciting fishing game. It's supposed to have, you can use the PlayStation Move with it, so it'd be more like a realistic.
Yeah.
But pretty much it's just another,
another fishing game. Next.
Confrontation for the PC.
This one could, what they say, could be compared to similar to Diablo and Dawn of War 2. Just a little more forgiving, I guess. I haven't played those games, so I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not just go in and you kill stuff. You do have to strategize in these. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody else heard anything about this. It is a PC game.
Nope.
I don't really play too many PC games.
And I like PC and everything. I just can't sit at the computer for too long for some reason.
But they say you will have to adapt to the sceneries. So that, just going into one battle, the next battle is going to be completely different depending on what location you're at, where you're at. So it's supposed to continually change, keep you excited.
And for App of the Week, we have Backyard Zombies and Stupid Zombies. I definitely prefer Stupid Zombies over Backyard Zombies because it's actually more strategic. You get bullets and you got to bounce them off of different things and try to kill them all, and there's explosives. Where Backyard Zombies, you basically just jump over things and shoot.
Well, and I gotta be honest with you, sometimes I feel like I could backyard a zombie.
Backyard or backdoor?
I'll tell you, I'm actually anti-Backyard Zombies. I got bored of it in less than 4 minutes.
Stupid Zombies has been around because I've had that on my phone for a long time, but it is a pretty fun app.
That's coming from Stevie. I don't know much about it. I haven't tried it or anything.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet either.
Like I said, there's something about being strategic. It's kind of the same concept as Angry Birds, except for it's zombies and you've got bullets.
Yeah, you'll have bouncy bullets, and later on you'll get some that split off, and you'll get exploding ones, and
So I said it's like Angry Birds zombie style.
Am I shooting zombies into space, Gwen?
Space! Space!
They're not in space yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Space
They're
zombies.
not
You
yet.
heard it here first, folks. We're
That's a
making space
free.
zombies.
That's a free one there. You know, for whoever's listening.
No, that's ours. Copyright infringement. Get away.
You want it? Give us money.
Give us money. Donate it. In fact, let's start a Kickstarter on it.
Yes.
There you go.
We want $1 million to make space zombies.
Yes. Just donate it.
No, I'm joking. I don't know what I'm talking about. Stop doing it. Gwen, don't look at me like that. Steve, why must you look like that? Jim, no. Okay, seriously.
What the hell is Steve gonna do for you? He's all tied up.
Steve has been untied and is now in Maryland. If you would have remembered my intro,
Yeah, Steve escaped.
he escaped.
I fled.
Yes, he did.
We like trapped this thing up like Home Alone style with.
You remember, Gwen? You wanted to come to my house.
Oh yeah, and play with your big long stick,
My sword.
sharpie things,
And it's worms.
and his worms.
Yes. Don't
All
forget
right,
the
guys.
worms.
All right.
I'll have one.
So we got to get going here because you know what? I need some cheese sticks. I'm going to eat some cheese sticks. I'm going to love them cheese sticks. So, for Byte this, episode 3, ADHD Mike, G-Wow,
Woo!
Jim Fishing Buddha,
See you guys next time.
Stevie Christ.
Yes, I am here. Sorry, I blanked out.
Peace
for a second.
out.
He's safe in Maryland at the moment, but he's now gone. All right. Later, guys.